On new at 10 tonight, Greenville city officials, they're working to change the way Greenville grows. Next year, the city will adopt a new development code, and they're working on that right now.
The Fox Sky's Kennedy Harris breaks down what this means for you tonight. Kennedy.
Yeah, the city's new development code could impact everyone in different ways. The code will help make the guidelines and goals set in the Greenville 2040 plan possible. That includes the push to create more affordable housing. As Greenville changes, some things must change with it. The new development or zoning code will be the standard for what's allowed to be built and where.
It's very specific. It's very easy to understand.
Once every month, city officials have held virtual information sessions about the code.
If I'm the property owner building on this property, I know what I have to do.
For you, the zoning code could be the difference between a bakery or a 5-story apartment building going next door. It will impact affordable housing too.
Yeah, they say zoning is, 30% of the problem for affordable housing, because we have a lot of zoning that is very exclusive, right? It's not inclusive to a lot of housing type.
This year, the Greenville Housing Fund produced and preserved nearly 500 affordable units. They hope to exceed that number in 2023, and the code might help.
There's a lot of displacement that's occurred. That's a lot of increased gentrification.
The code will include incentives for developers to offer more affordable units and allow for additional housing types too.
We need more options for more budgets, and zoning is a big part of that.
So the draft code will be presented sometime in January. After that, there will be a series of public input opportunities for you through February and March. To learn more about the code, head over to foxcarolina.com.